Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on my channel. Now quickly I just want to say the reason I haven't been uploading the last couple of days is because I've just kind of been going through some mental stuff, but don't worry about that. I'm kind of getting it behind me at this point. I'm going to go ahead and get into this though. I'm going to show you guys the settings like right off the bat because I hate when videos sit here and they're like, yo, look at these settings, and then you have to wait and watch 8 minutes of talking before you get to it. So here are my settings, guys. This is what I'm rocking. Season 5 Halo Infinite. What I've been hearing is that the Bandit aim assist feels stickier at higher FOVs. The reason I switched it up is because one, I wanted to see if it was even true, which I can't really confirm it or nor deny it, so I'll just say kind of work with whatever you like. I really wouldn't change up your settings too much, just off of like one weapon, but at the same time, gotta do what you gotta do. Gonna be using the Bandit a lot, so if you're not doing well with it and you think you need to change a couple settings here and there, that might be the plan for you. So 115 is what I'm at there. As you guys can see here, if you guys haven't done this, just a quick tip, turn your resolution scale down if you have a monitor that runs 4K. If you're not necessarily trying to record that 4K, because if you do that, you're gonna be saving yourself a lot of space, a lot of lag, and all that kind of stuff, RAM usage. So good there. Now when it comes to my frame rate, I'm not really too sure. I'm just going to be showing you guys my settings because you guys asked for mine specifically, but I just wanted to go ahead and quickly show you guys all these. But I do 120 minimum, 240 maximum. Pretty simple stuff. All the stuff down here, I have most of it on low. Texture quality I have on high. I really don't think that it's that big of a deal. I would even put it on medium. Like, I'll put it on medium, who cares, you know what I mean? It's just going to give you better performance. That's what you want. And again, just with all these other settings, just keep them low. Other than that, I mean, simulation setting, I think that's kind of just like the game loading in and everything. You're going to want on high, or at least a decent setting. But for the most part, guys, not too bad. I know a lot of pros turn down like the full screen effects and stuff, and that's some stuff that maybe I'll explore in the future, but as of now, without screen shake on, I have absolutely no problem with the other effects on the screen. I like speed lines, I like a little bit of motion blur here and there because I'm still able to see everything. Now, I've seen a lot of people, they don't really use button puncher. I want to say the one I've seen the most is bumper jumper. Yeah, bumper jumper is what most people use. I'm really new to this Halo. And I've kind of running off like what I did with Call of Duty back when I played like, all those games. So button puncher is what works for me, simply because of like the melee being there and then the crouch and slide being on your right stick. I really like that. Now we come all the way down to like my sensitivity, look acceleration, everything. I'm running 5.5 horizontal sense, and for vertical 6. I kind of like vertical being just a touch higher than the look or the horizontal sensitivity. And the reason being is because when you're playing on maps like Live Fire, there's this jump you can make from, I want to say it's like pillars to just bridge nest area to like C-plat. And to do it, you use the thruster, you just look down, and you could do it on so many different maps. There's so many different, like, you can use grapples, the boost, you can use so many different, like, things on all these Halo maps. They make a really good job making sure players are using the power weapons, the movement, and things like that. So I like it, just half of a sensitivity higher. I just think that it makes it easier. It makes it feel a lot more fluent, because when you're walking it into like a movement like that, where you have to quickly look down and then hit a target, I just find it's a lot easier to just know that it's a little bit faster. Helps me get into those scenarios. So now when we come down to zoom level, I have it at 1.4, and then for the sensitivity I just got it on 1.2. And the reason I have it on this is because I want to say I saw like Lucid had some settings change right before most recent HCS, and they didn't win it, but Lucid is, in my opinion, like top 3 players of all time Halo. Maybe not like all time, but at least Halo Infinite, at least like what I've seen from him now. I don't think he's been around for like forever. I don't know. I trust his instinct there. Heard a lot of different things about trigger dead zones. I'm not really going to get into it too much just because really, like, this is just what works for me. Like, you guys want to see my settings, this is what my settings are. For here, for the move thumbstick and then the look thumbstick, I'm trying out something new where I have all of them on 3. Now, I don't really know for sure. Like, I might change this. This is something that's definitely going to get touched just going on into the future. But at the same time, I mean, I like where it's at now. I'm just really trying to get used to this Bandit. And one thing I would just say, I'm showing you guys all my settings. Now, that does not mean to just go through and change all of yours to mine. Like, say you're at a lower rank. Do not do that. I would work on whatever you really like to use, and then just kind of change one setting here or there around that. That way you can understand, like, when you change it, you can understand why you're moving differently. So, for example, I've heard a lot of talk about, like, look acceleration. A lot of players have it at like 4 or 5, and maybe they'll have this down to like 2 or 3. That way their aim's a little bit more on point. But I find that the look acceleration really messes with me, because if someone's shooting to my side, you use the look acceleration, so when you like fully extend the right stick, you start looking, right? And it's faster. When you stop it, I just feel like it's a lot smoother to have it at a lower sensitivity, like a lower acceleration, because it's just so much more smooth, it's more gradual. Granted, it does take a little bit longer to turn, but at the same time, if you can trust teammates, which, let's be honest, like, we really can't trust all our Halo teammates. Like, it doesn't really work out that well. But in, you know, the name of the game, you want to be able to trust teammates. So I do kind of sacrifice a little bit of just looking speed there. But if you know what you're doing, you know how to play the objectives, and you just know, like, the basis of movement, spawns, and all that, shouldn't really be too much of a problem. And if this is something that's totally fucking me and I don't even know it, y'all can let me know. But again, these are what my settings are at. This is where I am at right now. 3's here, and then obviously everything else is just very, very similar there. One thing that I really like to do is not only do I like to change my enemy and friendly UI colors from time to time, just because it kind of gives your eyes something to look at. I feel like if you look at a certain color for a very long time, it gets harder for your brain to just be like, hey, like, warning, hey, you know? So I'll change it from lime green back to like the basis colors, you know, of red and blue every once in a while. But I loved when I changed up my outline opacity here, my outline thickness for my reticle. And like, here we go, the reticle outline, reticle thickness, all of that stuff, guys. When there's explosions happening and different things happening, the screen shake's all going on. Once you turn screen shake off, you can get through the explosions and everything. If your reticle outline thickness and opacity is higher up, you're able to see your reticle through explosions, through any kind of like shots, any kind of light or distraction's not really gonna distract you. It's, you know, your reticle's in the middle of the screen, there's an outline around it, so no matter what kind of light surrounds it, you can still see everything clearly. For me, it makes it easier. Changed it a while back, and I've just loved it ever since, so that's just a quick little thing for me, guys. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I rambled a little bit here, just kind of wanted to go over my settings really quickly because it's been asked for. Shout out for you guys asking me questions about Halo in general. I love talking to you guys in the community. It's been growing, it's been feeling good, it's been doing good, so happy to see it. Leave a like if there's anything you guys you know, had answered in this video. If you guys have any more questions, got you. And comment down below, like the video, and I'll catch y'all in another one.